G'day, I'm Dr. Tom. Welcome to Walk the Talk on Fieldays TV. Look, I'm on a mission to get 10,000 farmers to measure, monitor and manage their own risk and well-being. Today I want to talk about lipids or blood fats. I want to talk about what are blood fats, why are they important, how do you measure them and how do you manage them, right? So look, blood fats, lipids, they're in all of us. We can't live without them. Cholesterol, HDL, LDL, we need lipids, we need fats in our bloods. They make our steroid hormones. They're essential parts of our diet and also our body makeup. Now, I first got really interested in the Kind app when I was on a dairy farm in the Wairarapa. There was a farmer on his phone, and he's flicking through this, and I'm going, "Well, you're on Facebook, mate." And he goes, No, I'm looking at my milk fat solids. And I go, "What? You know, that's amazing, you know your own cholesterol." And he goes, No, of my cows. I'm looking at my milk fat solids of my cows. "What's your cholesterol?" He goes, "Got no idea. Never had it measured." Some farmers get their cows measured twice a year for bloods. You say to them, "When did you last have your bloods done on yourself?" "Oh, 10 years ago. All right, so why are blood fats or lipids important? They're a major risk factor for heart disease, okay? So what happens is, if we have too much fat in our blood, what happens, we get plaques in our arteries, we get narrowing of the arteries. It's a major risk for heart disease. Now, not all of the cholesterol and fats that we have is related to our diet. A lot of it's hereditary. If you've got a family history of heart disease, if your dad, your granddad, your grandmother have had a heart attack or a stroke, chances are you've got high blood fats or high lipids. So what are these lipids? We measure these in the Kind app. Cholesterol is part of the range of things that we actually measure in the Kind app, and your GP will measure as well. So we have total cholesterol, we have HDL, high density lipoproteins. That's called the good cholesterol, the good fats. Think of it as the HDL, the happy cholesterol. What that does is transfers the lipids through the blood to your liver so they can process them and get rid of them. If they don't, then they can build up in your arteries, build up in your liver. You might get fatty liver. There's other thing called LDL, low density lipoprotein, triglycerides, which are affected by alcohol and sugar. Things like exercise can improve your HDL. Animal fats, which in farming you've got good access to animal fats, are often high in farmers. We also measure the ratio of the good fats to the bad fats. All this is explained in more detail by our nutritionist Joe Davies in the Kind app, which you can download with the code N8PGGFF. You download it from the App Store or Google Play. It'll ask you for a code. All right, so what it will tell you whether you've got a green light or a red light or an orange light for your lipids. Now, you can get that tested from your GP, maybe your chemist can do it, or we'll come and see you in our ambulance in our Hyundai and do that. Now, I've measured thousands of farmers looking at their blood fats, and a lot of people, I call it the mudguard syndrome. You might look shiny on the top but a bit shitty underneath. You might be very fit and active, you're running around the farm. I possibly couldn't have high blood lipids. That's a myth. The most fit people on the earth that are running marathons still drop dead of a heart attack. Why? Because their dad did as well of a heart attack because they've got high blood lipids. So it's really important to measure them. Once again, if you've got a red or an orange light, you want to manage them. Now, we can manage them a little bit through exercise and diet, but sometimes you do need medication. So go and see your GP or go and see one of us, or you can get them tested somewhere else, or through healthcare testing. And if they're high, don't just sit on them. Measure them, monitor them, manage them. If you've got red lights, get it down to the orange or the green, and you need to keep doing what you're doing. The most important thing is where you are in a year or 5 years. If you've got a family history, once again, it's really important that you do it. So look, what I want you to do, as I said, is download the Kind app, ask your mates, what's your Kind score, what are your blood lipids, what's your cholesterol? You ask everything else about farming, what's your cholesterol? Well, I don't know. The GP said it's okay. What is okay? You don't say that about, well, I've got penicillin in the milk or whatever, and Fonterra said it's okay. You know everything else, so know these numbers, right? They're really important. You can replace many things on the farm, but you can't replace you or a family member. So I tell you what, if you download the Kind app and like us on Dr. Tom on a Mission on our Facebook page, I'll put you into a draw for us to come and do a house call with our ambulance and our Santa Fe, and we'll measure your blood lipids at home. Old school, Dr. Tom on a mission. Look, thanks for watching us on Fieldays TV. Thanks to our sponsors. Look after yourselves, look after your mates, and we'll see you next time.